Hi everyone, Kato here with another video for Pokemon Go. In this video, I'll be going over the gyms and battling. If you want to know about catching and tracking down Pokemon, click the link in the middle of the screen to go to my introductory video. Before you go gym hunting, you'll want to have a few Pokemon with good attacks and CP. On the Pokemon stats screen, you can see their attacks. The first attack is their regular attack. This one does from 5 to 15 damage. You'll want to favor Pokemon with attacks that are on the higher end of this range. The second attack is their special attack. The blue bar or bars that you see tell you how many normal attacks you'll need to use before you can use the special attack. We'll go more in depth on normal and special attacks later in the video. For now, pick a few Pokemon that have a relatively high CP and good normal attacks. You'll want the CP for your Pokemon to be near the CP of the Pokemon defending the rival team's gyms. Gyms are landmarks in the game that you can claim for your team once you hit level 5. They are the same color as the controlling team and will show you what Pokemon the gym leader is. This Pokemon will have the highest CP of all Pokemon in the gym. Tap on the gym to see its level and how many Pokemon are currently defending it. In the top left, you can see that gym's current prestige. Gyms lose prestige when an opposing team defeats their Pokemon, and gain prestige when the trainers of the same team win battles against the Pokemon defending the gym. You can swipe left and right to see the Pokemon that are currently defending the gym and their CPs. The level of a gym indicates how many Pokemon can be set as defenders of that gym. For example, a level 2 gym can have 2 defender Pokemon, level 3 can have 3 defenders, and so on. The maximum level for a gym is 10, so at most a gym can have 10 defending Pokemon. To take a gym that belongs to another team, you first have to completely deplete it of prestige. When you select the rival gym, you will see a button on the bottom right. When you tap it, you will be given a chance to choose 6 Pokemon to take into battle. The game picks 6 Pokemon it thinks will do well at the gym. If you want to change any of these, just tap on the Pokemon and pick its replacement. Once you're ready, hit the go button and start the battle. On the battle screen, you'll see your Pokemon and the opponent's Pokemon. At the top of the screen, you'll see each Pokemon's respective CP and their health bars. On the bottom right, you'll see buttons that will let you flee the battle or swap out your active Pokemon. Once the battle starts, you'll have 2 different options. You can either attack or dodge. To dodge, simply swipe left or right across the screen to have your Pokemon perform a sidestep. If you have a good connection to the server, you will see the screen flash yellow right before the enemy Pokemon attacks. You can successfully dodge every attack and have your Pokemon take no damage, but you have to have an almost perfect connection to the servers, so this is unlikely. To attack, simply tap the screen. Your Pokemon will use its normal attack. Depending on the attack and the Pokemon's speed, the animation for the attack will determine how many hits you can get in before needing to dodge again. As you attack, you'll notice the special attack bar fills up. Once one section of the bar is full, you'll see that it starts to flash. That means that you can use your special attack. To use it, you just have to tap and hold. You'll see black bars appear at the top and bottom of the screen, and then your Pokemon will use that attack. These attacks generally have a pretty large wind-up time, and are usually best used for finishing a Pokemon off, but they can also be used in the middle of a battle to give you an advantage. Experiment and see when certain attacks are best used. Once you have defeated the Pokemon, the next defender will come up and you have to fight against them. You continue this pattern until there are no defenders left, or you are out of Pokemon. If you don't defeat all of the Pokemon in a gym, you'll still take down its prestige depending on how many of the Pokemon you defeated. You will most likely need to fight the gym a few times before you can take it down. Take a moment in between battles to use potions and revives to get your team back up to snuff. Once you've defeated the rival gym, you'll see that the gym now stands empty. In order to claim it for your team, you need to set one of your Pokemon as a defender. Tap the gym and hit the button on the bottom left to pick your Pokemon. You'll want a Pokemon with a large health pool and a high defense. Defense is a hidden statistic in Pokemon Go, but if you have any familiarity with the previous Pokemon games, you'll know that certain Pokemon have naturally higher defense. I'll put a link in the description to a handy chart that allows you to sort Pokemon by their attack and defense stats. If you're at a gym that your team already owns, but is full of Pokemon, You can train there in order to raise its prestige. To the right of the gym's current prestige, you can see how much prestige it needs to level up. Once you level your gym, you'll be able to add your own Pokemon, as long as the gym is under level 10. If a gym is already level 10 and has 10 Defender Pokemon in it, you won't be able to level it up or add any more Pokemon. In order to train at a gym, you hit the button with the boxing glove in the lower right. Unlike battling a rival gym, you can only use one Pokemon at a time to train. This makes training a bit harder than taking a gym down, since you lose once your Pokemon faints. You raise your gym's prestige by a small amount for each Pokemon you beat, so even if you can't defeat every Pokemon in the gym, you can still help out. The amount of prestige you raise the gym has to do with your Pokemon's CP versus the Pokemon in the gym's CP. The lower your CP is compared to theirs, the higher the prestige you get for winning the fight. Now that you have a Pokemon in a gym, it's time to collect your Defender bonus. In the Pokeball menu, tap on the store. In the top right of the store, you'll see a button with a number in it. This number is the amount of Pokemon you have set up as defenders at gyms. The more defenders, the higher your bonus. You can collect this bonus once every 21 hours, so essentially once a day. You get 500 Stardust and 10 Pokecoins per defender Pokemon, with a max of 10. Meaning in theory, you can get up to 5,000 Stardust and 100 Pokecoins per day. In reality, it will be much harder to get that many gyms at once, but as long as you get at least one gym per day, you'll have a good steady income of Pokecoins. Pokecoins are used to buy items in the shop, like incense, lucky eggs, lures, or egg incubators. You can also use Pokecoins to buy extensions that allow you to hold more items and more Pokemon at a time. You can also purchase Pokecoins with real money, but why do that when you can earn them for free, right? Alright everyone, that's all I have this time. Let me know if you have any more questions in the comments. I'll be keeping up with any new Pokemon Go announcements, so subscribe to keep up to date. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.